we thank God for what everything that He's done for us, and I'm also very grateful for a lot of people whom God has used to bless the world, and especially me. And I have a lot whom I mentor, but I believe that regards to what I'm going to say, I may mention those people whom I learned from them. I have a lot of people whom I mentor. I read a lot, and I believe that reading somebody's material is also like allowing that person to teach you. The internet has been a very blessing, a great blessing to humanity, because it has given us access to great teachers globally. And thus information technology and multimedia system also has helped us to get a lot of people to help us and to share their knowledge. It is incumbent on us to be grateful enough and to show appreciation by even mentioning their names and what they taught us. God has blessed me so much by that when I was a child, I was born in a Christian family, so there's a lot of things which I did not have to pass through. But most experiences also created a lot of questions, and I asked so much questions that sometimes it was so difficult for me to tell people what I was asking myself. It looked so silly. By grace, I developed interest in reading, and through the net, I got a lot of information. Mike Murdock is someone whom I will never forget, because his experiences were somehow similar to mine, so it gave me a lot of hope. Oral Robert, very fantastic book. And recently, Andrew Wommack, and a lot of people. In fact, I learned a lot from the Jews in particular. Christianity has a lot to offer in spiritual things, but when it comes to legal or societal development, you see that Judaism is far ahead. And so I learned a lot of Rabbi Tobias and a lot of materials on the net. And I think that it's time that we use these things to share and change the world for the better. I thank God, and I know that God will bless Mike Murdock, Oyedepo, Andrew Wommack, Pastor Chris, and lest I forget Brother Kumi, and a lot, my lecturers, Presbyterian Church, and a lot of people. And I think that God has blessed them a lot, and especially my mother and my parents, who helped me to fear the Lord. My mother is the person who will always direct you, and she will always direct you to the Lord, and I feel grateful for it. I am not rich, but I am rich in experience, and my knowledge in God helps me to be peaceful. This article is very short, but I'm sending it to these great men. It looks as if there's a lot of misconception about a lot of things, and that's what I'm saying. Many people, especially Brother Dr. Andrew Wommack, talk about people thinking that God doesn't want to forgive them. On the contrary, it's not so. Many people think that God is so forgiving that regardless of how much pain they give to other people, God will forgive them. So many people think that they can mess around and just come to God and sort of forgive them, then go around and messing around. That's why people don't care. People don't care. That is one of the problems of Christianity. Many people think that God is so merciful, that His merciful has made Him unjust, and when you become a Christian, that's all. But Mike Murdoch once said that true repentance must include restitution. That is forgotten. People don't care about what they do to people, and that is what is the real problem. So it's not a problem. If the problem was that people were sorry, so they thought that God wouldn't forgive them, then that would have been a very easy problem, because you just have to assure them. But people don't care whether God forgives them or not. They don't care, and that is why they become so evil, and they know that everything they do, God will forgive them. So they will mess up and slander people's name, destroy people's ministry, and and think that God will forgive them. That is the first one. The other thing I also want us to think about is one thing which many of these pastors, great pastors, men of God, they forget about. That is on prosperity. I don't think that there's any society that thinks that prosperity is a bad thing or success. No, it has never been so. It's rather that many society are not creative. Yes, they are not innovative. But I don't think that Christians think that. A lot of Christians think that success is bad. No, I don't believe it. I think that they are talking about greed, and a lot of wickedness, but not that anyone think that success is bad. I don't also think that there are a lot of jobs which many people are refusing to take. I don't think that the cause of poverty is mainly because of laziness, as we are thinking, or we claim to talk about. There's a problem which Christianity has and which has to be dealt with. Many people think putting price on something is wrong. That's, you see, in Christianity, everything was free. The gospel is free, everything is free. So it's difficult to put price on our services. That is all. Many people are not willing to pay for the services we render, and that is it. That's why people are talking about the job in the ministry and secular job. There's nothing. They are all jobs. But the thing is that if you're a Christian, then people think that your services must be free. It is in a exploitation. It's very difficult for Christians to believe that they have to pay for the services they use. You see, so the services are for the jobs. They are the services. What I'm doing is, but when you tell someone that I've solved a problem, so it must be paid for, that's another thing. And that is what the church must deal with. How to get market for the services people produce. The problem people solve. Because a lot of people are solving problems, but they don't have anything. Even the boxer, the prostitute, he creates problem, but the system makes that sure that these people are rewarded. But it's not so in Christianity. Everything is free, and that is what is creating the problem. That's why I want to come out with a more elaborate lecture so that we know that the market is a problem. When we see the market is a problem, and then we have to create a certain holistic step to get the market. Then the jobs can be created, because when you don't get market for your services, you may be compelled to render services which are illegitimate, illegal, so that you get the same market. My time is nearly up. God bless you. I'll come back soon.